when nothing is moving. You're manifesting and zero stuff is moving, and maybe sometimes you're seeing the opposite, but mostly you're stuck and you feel like, I'm stuck in this reality, nothing is shifting, I'm doing everything right and still nothing is shifting. Okay, you're not doing anything wrong, but what you are doing is you are stuck. So think of the I am. Everything is showing to you as you are, and you are at the moment feeling stuck. So you are stuck. So you cannot be unstuck in 3D reality if you're stuck inside. 4D has to become unstuck. And you have to notice that. And actually, it's a really good word to sort of label what you're feeling. And yes, I am feeling stuck in current reality. So I'm really observing it, and I'm kind of rationalizing it, talking about it to myself, feeling like there's nothing I can do to get out of this. There must surely be something that I can do. There must be some sort of magic wand that, you know, some sort of magic technique that I haven't found yet. And so you look on YouTube and you look everywhere for the magic pill. But of course there isn't anything, because the magic is you. You are the magic. You are the magic. So you have to feel unstuck to be able to see a different 3D reality that doesn't appear to be stuck, because it isn't stuck really, it just appears that way to you because you are feeling stuck. But I get that because I've done it myself and I felt it, and sometimes I do now, but I will notice it and then I can find a way. Sometimes if I don't know of a way that I'm going to stop feeling a certain way, I think, this is how I feel, how am I going to get rid of that feeling? I go, okay, and I wait until I'm in the bath, because that's the time when I'm most relaxed. And then I just think about it then, but I think about it gently. I let feelings wash over me and think, is there something? And sometimes I'm hit with inspiration, but sometimes I'm not, but sometimes I'm able just to relax on it. And the best thing that you can do in the moment is to accept that you are stuck right now, that you feel stuck right now. Okay, I accept that at the moment I do feel stuck, because even in that, there is such a lot of release. Just that statement. So you're letting yourself off the hook. You're not fighting with yourself. You're not fighting with reality. You're going, at the moment, I accept, but it's temporary. And say, at the moment, I accept that I feel stuck, but I also know that everything I see is purely a reflection of my inner state. And that is temporary. It's temporary. Just talk to yourself, remind yourself of that. When you're reminding yourself, what you're doing is you're instructing your subconscious, this is temporary. This is not actually real. This is only as real as it is inside. When it's not real inside, it won't be real to you. I've come unstuck from a feeling that I'd had for 6 months, and I suddenly noticed it, and I just thought, that's ridiculous. That's why I'm stuck. And I knocked myself out of it, and my whole reality changed that afternoon. Honestly, it absolutely changed that afternoon, and everything sort of had a sort of domino effect from that point of not feeling stuck anymore, of having the release of going, oh, there's nothing I can do about this at the moment, but I know I can feel stuck. Okay, that's going to get me nowhere. And I was able to release it because I was able to accept my situation in that moment, because there's nothing wrong with my situation. It's not bad, it just wasn't what I wanted. So as soon as I accepted it, it all changed. And that became, as soon as you accept something, even a feeling, then you will notice a shift, because acceptance is release, basically. That's all it is. And that's what I did in that moment. So if you're feeling stuck, accept that it's you that's feeling stuck, which is why your reality is stuck, why nothing's moving. If you're saying, I'm trying everything and nothing is changing, trying is not key here. This is all about flow. It's all about ease and flow. And you can't be easy and flowing if you're pushing against the tide. That does not feel easy. And I think you just got to sit there and think, does it feel easy to me at the moment? I don't mean it feeling easy as in life is always going to feel easy. I mean the flow of it, that you're just going with the flow and seeing how this pans out, seeing what happens. As my friend says, sit back with your bag of popcorn, metaphorically or in real life, and watch how things unfold. You've set the scene, just watch it unfold, watch the actors play their part. Are you in that state, or are you constantly feeling that you're pushing against what you can see? Because that is just going to leave you stuck. You will feel stuck because you'll be thinking, I'm trying so bloody hard here and nothing is shifting. But nothing can shift while you're not shifted. So I feel stuck, I am stuck. As in, the I am is saying I am stuck. So the I am can only be stuck. You can only be stuck. So you have to look at a way at releasing that. And like I said, the easiest way to release anything is to first of all just accept that the feeling is there. Acceptance might shift it. You might even think, oh, it's 10% shift, it's 20% shift, it's 30% shift. Might even be more than that or completely shifted. But any shift is good. Even just, a couple of percent. If it's different, if it feels a little bit different, then you've had a shift. So as soon as you've had a shift, something different is going to start happening from that moment. Whether that means people will start doing things differently in order for you to get what you want, it doesn't matter. That's not your concern. Your concern is, what do I want? Can I get that while I'm feeling stuck? No, I can't. I'm being honest about that and going, okay, so let's not look at manifesting that thing. Let's look at becoming unstuck. How does unstuck feel? If I didn't feel stuck, if I woke up this morning and felt free, how do I think that would feel? And just see if you can sit there and just pretend for 2 minutes. How would that feel? If I was unstuck, if I felt free and I didn't have this weighing me down, how do I think it would feel? Don't do it any longer than 2 minutes because then you'll just lose it. But if you do it for a couple of minutes, even set a timer for it, just to sort of see how different that feels. Because unstuck or free, let's just not say unstuck, let's say free, has a much different frequency, is on a completely different frequency than stuck. So if you're on one, you can't get the frequency of the other because your frequency is stuck. So that is what needs looking at, not what you want to manifest. If you come away from that, then you take the pressure off yourself for manifesting that particular thing that you may have been manifesting for ages, and you go back to looking at why is that not happening? Because when something's not happening, there is a reason for it. And it can be that you feel stuck. It can be that you have a subtle ripple within you, or splinter or niggle, that is the current 3D reality is what it is without this thing in it. So it's a slight feeling of the lack of the feeling that you want, but it's very subtle. And so you don't think it's that powerful, but it actually is because it's on autopilot. So it could be something like that. And again, if you have that, whatever you have, talk to your subconscious and say, please help me release this or heal this. Just command it to heal it for you. It may not happen in the moment, but it might. But you might have to do it a few times. It might take a couple of weeks, 3-4 weeks. But these things, those kind of things are really worth persisting with because they are changing the way you think and feel on an ongoing basis. So whatever you're saying your reality is you. You are that. Because you're feeling it, you're vibrating it, that's your frequency. So if you're saying nothing is going right for me, then you are nothing is going right for me. So nothing will go right for you. One thing will happen after another. And it will be, you'll get, be peppered with the good stuff, but it'll be more of the stuff that's undesirable to you. When you get good stuff, when the good stuff comes in, you need to give it momentum. You need to go, that is awesome. I've done that. How awesome is that? How great is that? Give it momentum. Thank yourself for it. Be grateful for it. Love it. Whatever. Give it some love. Give everything love. And we tend to focus on the stuff we don't like and we give that so much energy. But the stuff that comes in that we do like, we completely disregard it. Oh yeah, that's happened. Why? Why are we not going, oh my God, that's happened. That's amazing. How awesome is that? Even just the little things that are nice during the day. Maybe you have a lovely conversation with someone and you don't think much about it. You just go away from that conversation. You might be a bit uplifted, then you forget all about it. Well, no, come away from that conversation and say to yourself, that was a lovely conversation. I really enjoyed that. I really like that person, or whatever you need to say in order to give momentum to the good feelings. Then you'll just get more of them. You'll get more of those times. So it's a case of when the undesirable stuff happens, don't give it any more focus than, okay, it happened, right, it's done. Okay, irrelevant. I need to move away from that now. Don't give it any more focus than that, because the more focus you give something, the more you're going to see of it, because you'll be on the frequency of it. Can't be any other way. Create an internal environment that can thrive, where your manifestation can thrive, where the new you can thrive. And you can't do that by constantly going back to all of the stuff that's not working out. And you'll know that, because the more you've told yourself something's not working out and the more crappy you felt about stuff, then the more you felt it, and it's gone on and on and on. So we know that really, but it's the mind. The mind takes us to where it is comfortable, where it's used to, it's familiar, and it like tries to keep us there because, oh, this is familiar. Yeah, it's not great, but you know, at least we know it. Stay here, stay put. Don't try and do anything out of the box. Don't try and do anything different. This is you. Well, it's not you. It's not you. What you are now doesn't have to be what you are in 6 months. What I am now is so far removed from what I was 10 years ago. I really, if I was to show you me 10 years ago and how I was and now, it's almost like unrecognizable, and I find it very difficult to resonate with the person I was 10 years ago. I think, oh bless. That's how I feel, because I don't want to feel like annoyed at her, but I just am not that person anymore. I don't react in the same way. I don't think in the same way. I don't feel in the same way. So you are never set in stone. What you are is in this moment is not what you are. It's just what you are in this moment. Right, thanks so much for watching. I'm an author, I'm a mindset coach, self-concept coach, and a manifestation coach.